everything hurts. You're sick. You're nauseous. You're throwing up, diarrhea. Your will to live is gone.
Withdrawal from opiate drugs. Many will tell you that you continue to use because after a while, it's no longer about getting high. It's to chase away the feeling you're about to die. For Patricia Slavin, it all started 4 years ago with abdominal pain and a prescription for Dilaudid. It was the first time in her life she had ever taken an opiate.
They upped the dose, and it just kept to the point where I was taking a very high dose of pain medicine. I had to get on pain management.
Every month they say, how are you? And I say, well, it's not really helping as much. I'm still in a lot of pain. Okay, well, add this to it, this pill, and then this patch.
Lisa Vinson, Patricia's younger sister, also had abdominal pain. Over the past 10 years, she's had 5 operations, including a hysterectomy. And yes, she also had lots and lots of narcotics.
I was torn between not being able to care for my family or, okay, I can take care of them if I just take some more pills.
Within months, 2 sisters, Lisa and Patricia, were both addicted to opioid painkillers. But things would soon turn even more desperate for Patricia.
Every time they give me more, my body just get immune to it. But then if I didn't have it, I get sick, real sick.
So what'd you do?
There was a guy that I worked with, his wife had Dilaudid, but she didn't like them, she didn't take them, so he would sell me what she had so that if I ran out, then I still had some.
But one day, that same guy didn't have any pills and offered up a cheaper alternative, heroin.
And the rest, as they say, is history. It just went downhill from there.
She called asking for money for more heroin, and I told her, I will not send you money for drugs. I will not. But I will buy you Kratom.
Kratom. Around the world, Kratom, an herb, has been used for centuries to help people manage pain, but also for the withdrawal from opium. Lisa knew from personal experience.
The reason I started taking it was because I didn't want to withdraw. I had no idea that it was going to help me with the pain like it did.
We definitely believe that this could be a solution to, or part of a solution to, the opioid crisis that we're currently in.
Christopher McCurdy is a medicinal chemist. He's also one of just a handful of scientists in America studying the Southeast Asian plant.
I don't see anything that rivals or even comes close to the ability for this plant to serve as a potential treatment.
And yet, in the U.S., it is banned in 6 states, and the DEA considers it a drug of concern over worries of potential addiction and even some reported deaths. According to McCurdy, that concern is because Kratom is not regulated and has been mixed with other drugs.
Definitely, there needs to be regulatory measures put into place with this plant material, but there is a huge wealth of anecdotal evidence out there and some scientific that there is definite medical potential for this plant.
For something so promising, you may be wondering why others, including big companies, haven't investigated it. Part of the problem, it is a plant, and that means no one can patent it.
There's no financial incentive for any drug company to really pursue developing this into a drug.
How does the future look for you now? Your family, all your teenage kids that you have?
Bright. It looks beautiful. I have hope.
How confident are you that you won't go back to heroin?
Never fully confident. Never fully confident. Right. It's a powerful drug. But I think as long as I have Kratom, as long as I can get it, me personally, I'll never go back.
Sanjay, this is incredible. First of all, it's astonishing that I've never heard of Kratom. Obviously, I'm in the news business, and I know lots of people who struggle with addiction. Yeah. And so, would this be a cure for addiction?
Well, it's interesting, and this is something that we come across quite a bit in that you have something out there that shows a lot of promise, but for various reasons, it's not even studied adequately, Allison. So you don't have data on this sort of thing. There's for hundreds of years it's been used in other countries. We know the scientific community here is now starting to pay more attention. But because it's not regulated, there have been these reports of it being contaminated with other products, people getting sick from it, and that's why I think the DEA has had sort of a hands-off approach on this. What astonished me, as it sounds like it astonished you, is just how much evidence there has been that makes this worthy of further study, regulation, so people can buy a product that has some data behind it and that they know is safe. That's the key, I think, going forward with Kratom.
We don't know what the answers are, but we know we got to keep asking the right questions. CNN Newsroom with Poppy Harlow and John Berman is going to pick up right after this break.